that's true, because we're going to get Delirium from this, I think, right? 3-card types. Well, we get Delirium if I pitch the Thragtusk, but the Thragtusk is the very thing I want to be working towards. But we are going to 2 lands, so maybe I am supposed to pitch Tuckdev says Ghost Quarter him. If I Ghost Quarter him, try and downgrade his mana. I think I'd rather just spend my mana traversing Tuckdev, and then I can get like a powerful 2-drop, and then we can cast it off the Foretold. Like, if we pitch Tusk, I'll be able to traverse, right? Because we have sorcery, instant. Yeah, if we let go of the Tusk, yeah, I think that's what I want to do, guys. So we're gonna float here instead of quartering. I mean, that's fair, Tuckdev trying to weaken his mana, but I think I'm gonna go for this. It's a little more proactive play instead. Actually, I should have traversed first because we're going down cards anyway. No, we want to be able to. We want to pitch the Tusk first before we. Yeah, we want to actually be up 1 card on this guy so that we can bin the Tusk and then we can traverse for a more relevant threat. I think I'll just go grab the Scavenging Ooze and then we can play out Ooze and hopefully we'll play Ooze through the Foretold and then we're going to keep 2 green sources so I can grab some life points. Yeah, I think this is the right play. The deck is the other thing with the deck is it's just a very fortunately or unfortunately, for Modern, unfortunately, just a very technical deck. There's a lot of tutoring going on. There's a lot of... You have to really think about the turn that you resolve the restore balance. You can't make many mistakes with this deck. So, like right here, this whole line of, well, Thragtusk, you know, this has to be the thing we want to keep, right? Well, no, we'll have to recur this later in the game with the Witness to get the life points. But it's not something we can certainly keep. Oh, he's going to path his own dude? Fine. Go for it. Oh, what he's trying to do there is he's just trying to... Actually, that means I'm going to lose fewer lands, buddy. Okay. Do you keep the island or do you keep the Ghost Quarter? I actually might want the Ghost Quarter now. We definitely want our duels. But then the zombies! After this game, Holy Diva. Holy Diva. Oh, I feel like calling you Holy Diva, though, because you're... Well, you know. A diva. You do get a bonus land, we do. Do we keep the Quarter or the island? I feel like I kind of want to keep Quarter. Ghost Quarter seems less good overall. I actually don't have any other blue-blue interactions in the deck, though. I don't really need blue-blue. I think I kind of want the Ghost Quarter because he just pathed and I can, like, get this forest, maybe. I'm going to do that. I really don't have any other blue-blue interactions main board except for the Transmute on this card. But this isn't Zombalance! Alright, so we're going to choose 3 cards. So I'm going to choose the Traverse, the Maelstrom Pulse, and the Misty. Misty represents basic forest. I think I'm supposed to keep Misty. Over the Overgrown. Hit done. Yep, you get a token, and then I can traverse with Delirium. Exactly 4 card types. Alright, so Witness is a choice. I think I'm supposed to get the Scavenging Ooze, because we can cast it through the Foretold next turn. Go. That felt great. Felt like a great turn. How do we do at Vegas? We did better in Legacy. We went 5-3-1, and then in Modern I got utterly crushed. I think I lost more than half my matches in Modern, unfortunately. But the deck's looking a lot better now. Oh, is he gonna like pump up the jams on this guy? This is like a Gore Clan? This might be a Gore Clan. Holy crap. Coco? It's a kind of a neat time for him to Coco. I hope it's double Knight and then we just pulse him here. Aww. Goifu Knight. Well, out of all the cards I could have grabbed, like Scavenging Ooze is very relevant. Ooh, Push is great. We can push off the Foretold. Okay, so here you kind of get to see some of the power of As Foretold. So I get to Scooze off the Foretold. We have Push, and then I guess I could Maelstrom Pulse one of these threats. I like pulsing Knight. Yeah. I mean, he might have another removal spell. I mean, the other thing we could do is we could try to take him off the Goyf. But that's a lot of things to have to eat. I think what I'm supposed to do is just pulse Knight, push Goyf, keep it simple. I think when I try to get too fancy with my plays, sometimes we have bad things happen. So let's just pulse the Knight. We'll use Foretold to push Goyf during his... Yep, right about... Actually, you know what I could do? Although he might have another company, I could try blocking with ooze. But if he has another company, that's bad news. That might be greedy. Nah, I'm not supposed to. Yeah, very greedy. It looks like his hand is a second company. Why don't we just push the Goyf? Might be trying to Coco into a spell queller. Maybe I should have pushed in the upkeep. Alright. A coddle, smiter. Okay. We might grind this out. Let's find out. End step, we want another green source. It's a breeding pool. Alright, top deck time. Come on. Let's do always yield. Brutality, now we're talking. Okay, so doesn't actually kill anything here though, unfortunately. Elemental's a 3/3, Nakaddle's a 3/3. Can I quarter him off of his Nakaddle? Potentially. He might have basic planes. They usually do, unfortunately. I mean, we can try. Oh, you know what I'm supposed to do? Okay, this is a neat little interaction. What I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to Brutality the Nakaddle and then I Ghost Quarter it. I think the Nakaddle technically is shrunk for the duration of time that Plains is off the table, correct? Judges in the room, if I were to... Crazy says, if I 2-2 then Ghost Quarter, does it die? I think so. I think so? But is that worth giving up the 2 life points from just oozing? It might just be worth for me to just be oozing. Well, no. Taking care of an attacker is correct. Bucket says no. If he has another planes, it won't die. Use the Foretold if you're going to do it. Truth. Maybe we should just Brutality for Drain. Yeah, I should use the Brutality. No state-based checks during a Ghost Quarter resolution. So we can't do something cheaty face like that. Alright. Never checks during the resolution. I think just drain. Okay. Alright, so we will drain. No, I think the drain is fine. Yeah. Brutality drain, and then we have some oozing to do. I mean, he might just have a Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter, see what happens. Okay, well then I should have done that. Crazy says you'll gain 3+1 counters, 3 life as well. Yeah. I mean, Zoo sometimes has the... Alright, so what are we going to do here? We're going to hope to outclass the Smiter and hope that we're not dead to the other stuff. We barely live here, even with all the draining we can do. All in all, he probably has the base planes anyways. Yeah, we have to block a 4/4 here. He might just have a pump spell, or excuse me, like a Target's Command, or... No, if he had a Target's Command, he would have potentially already used it on me. Fall into 1. Second main, Lightning Bolt. If this was company, he should have done it during combat. It's night. Okay. Noble. Minus on cat, then quarter base kills it. We weren't sure, Nugget. A lot of people in the chat, I was asking judges of the room what happens there. Not getting basic force last end of turn, then scoozing something may have not been great. You think I was supposed to Ghost Quarter? Oh, you mean that last turn? I don't know, we just kind of just didn't draw what we needed there. Alright, so I should bauble myself and then see what our next card is. We need something relevant. Thoughtseize. Alright, so I have to consider Ghost Quartering myself, so let's go green. The issue with that is he's got the Knight combo, so if I don't draw like a relevant instant off the top, I'm pretty dead. Alright, so we're hoping that the next thing that I draw off the top is relevant. Yeah, because 3 drains doesn't save us, so we're hoping for something instant speed off the Foretold. Or, excuse me, off the top with this Bauble trigger. I guess best case scenario is Abrupt Decay. Like, a Decay or a Push is where we need to be. Let's see if we get there. Alright, Bauble Draw. Verdant Catacombs, not going to cut it. I think we did okay for ourselves, though. Like, we almost ground out Double Company. Yeah, we could have been more aggressive with our Ghost Quartering ourselves for a forest to get, like, 1 extra Scooz draw. Scooz trigger, we could be at 3 life instead of... I guess I could have Ghost Quartered my fetch, actually. Was that what you guys were suggesting? Instead of taking Pain, I was supposed to Ghost Quarter my fetch for the basic force and then use it. That would have resulted in us being at 4 life right here. So there's a couple lines I could have taken that would have left us at 4 life, like 3 or 4 life. Would Flare be here? No, Flare's not in here. Just dead. Yeah, we're pretty toast. So he's got the Knight for Pumpage. This doesn't really matter what I block. Kron says, but you ended up getting Breeding Pool, which I didn't necessarily need to do. That's true. Alright, show me the Wumbo. He should be knighting for he should be knighting for it right now. Slayer Stronghold? No, I imagine he's getting Kessig Wolf Run. I imagine it's a Wolf Run. Imagine this is a Kessig. I want to see what land of choice he goes with, though. I imagine it's Kessig. Yeah, okay. I'll skip to it. Alright, so, I mean, we almost ground out Double Company. That's not bad. We'll sideboard. That's not bad at all. Big game, yeah, we saw both Goyf and we saw... Now, the thing about Flesh in this matchup is he has the Noble Hierarch, so I wouldn't want to be on Flesh. I might actually even want the Tooth Collector. We'll see. Garrick, certainly. This is a fair match, so you could even consider Thrun. Glenn can trade with companies. That's definitely a consideration. Certainly I want cages. Well, it wasn't great. The brutalities don't line up that amazingly in this matchup. Obviously, they hit the Coco and then kill a Mana Dork. So, on that board state, it's a 2-for-1, but other board states, it won't be. Pulse is fine. You can go heavy on Pulse. Now, we need to remember that we might not have Traverse turned on. Usually, my opponent's post board, they're going to be attacking our Traverse mana, or excuse me, our Delirium, some form of graveyard interaction. So, I actually, at this point, I'll start maybe even going down on the Traverses. I know you're like, that's crazy, BrewSpy, that's your tutor. It's like, no, like, it's really, really good game 1. It's not as good post board because a lot of your opponents are indeed going to bring in hate. Sage for a Rest in Peace? Yeah. Okay, we could run Sage. Yeah, there might be something like Rest in Peace out of my opponent. So that's 1 Traverse down, potentially. I mean, if you run the Thrun, you could go down a Traverse. If you want to run maybe Glenn or Tooth Collector, or maybe even, I don't know about Maggot. My opponent doesn't have that much removal, though. I mean, might be okay. I kind of want our top deck war to be a little bit better than it was there. They are a kind of aggressive deck. The issue in this matchup is Inquisition doesn't hit company. And then the other issue is Thoughtseize. Oh, he's also a Loxodon deck. I don't know if I want the hand hate at all. Let's just turn into a top deck war. I mean, I just don't want these Traverses to be turned off either. I mean, we can try to fight through the Rest in Pieces, as you were saying. Glenn is nice for a top deck war against a Co-Company. So that's 58. Tooth Collector's good against all the little dorks that he's going to be running. There should be at least a playset of Noble Hierarch. I guess out of all the hand hate I'd be interested in running, it's Maggot. Again, Brutality is potentially 2-for-1 if you hit the Coco. Why don't we cut a couple Traverse? Because they're likely going to be turned off. This is going to nab not only